So Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he says that Adam alayhi salam, now we're talking about after shaitan was initially cast out, and Adam alayhi salam has, went through the initial greetings with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the angels and so on and so forth. Adam alayhi salam is in this beautiful paradise and so on and so forth, but Adam alayhi salam encountered loneliness. And so Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he narrates that he used to go and he used to talk to the angels, but the angels were busy in their tasbih. He would find them busy in their dhikr. So he's walking around Jannah, he's looking for a friend, he's looking for a companion, he's looking for anyone, and he found himself lonely. And then, one day as Adam alayhi salam is asleep, and of course none of this is in hadith, this could very much so just be one of the stories of the people of the book, but Adam alayhi salam awakes to find his spouse, Hawa, Eve. Now, Hawa is her name, according to many of the scholars, because she was created from something hayy. She was created from something that was living. So he opens his eyes and he finds his wife Hawa. He finds his wife Eve. And Eve is a righteous woman. And subhanAllah, we don't know much about her. We don't hear much about her. We will, inshaAllah ta'ala, study a little bit about her. But she was a righteous woman. And there's something very beautiful about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. That from the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that He created for you spouses from amongst yourselves, لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you could dwell with one another. So the dwelling of Adam alayhi salam with Eve was the first part of it, and then Allah put compassion and mercy and love between the spouses. Now, this is very powerful and this is very important that the Prophet ﷺ tells us in Jannah, لَيْسَ فِي الْجَنَّةِ أَعْزَبْ. This is a hadith in Sahih Muslim. Prophet ﷺ said, no one is single in Jannah. There is no person that's single in paradise. Adam alayhi salam was given Hawa, and everyone that enters into Jannah would be given a spouse. Who that spouse is, it depends. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أُدْخُلُوا أَنْتُمْ وَأَزْوَاجُكُمْ. First and foremost, those that were married would enter together. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, enter you and your spouses, right? In this situation. And the scholars, they say that the first relationship that Allah created in the world was that of Adam and Eve, between human beings. Even the parent and the child relationship came later. And Al-Hafidh ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, the author of this book, he goes through these possibilities. What would happen in Jannah for people? He says it's possible, for example, that someone that you loved in dunya, but you were unable to marry for some reason, you would be married to that person. So that's one possibility. Okay? Or it's possible that it could just be a heavenly spouse. So you did not necessarily, it wasn't a love in this world. It wasn't someone that was desired in this world. It's not someone from this world. But you're given a heavenly spouse, or you're given heavenly spouses. Sisters ask all the time about, all this mention of hur al-ain and so on and so forth, spouses for men. What about women? There's no such thing as haram in Jannah. There is no such thing as something that's impermissible in Jannah. A person can have whatever they want, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses, Al-Imam bin Hajar rahimahullah says, ala sabil al-aghlab, that which is common and that which is known. Okay? So we really have no restrictions in Jannah. But the point is, the Prophet ﷺ says that there is no person that's single in Jannah, just like Adam alayhi salam was not left single in Jannah. Now, when you find, let's say that you enter into Jannah with your spouse. I've actually had people come to me and say, if going to Jannah means I'm still going to be with my wife, it's not Jannah. Or if going to Jannah means he's still going to be there, it's not really Jannah. Can I get to Jannah and can I switch out husbands? Can I switch out wives in Jannah? It's not going to be like, when you enter Jannah, it's not going to be like, not you again, right? Can you go to that other house in Jannah? And can I have my own space in Jannah? Okay? Because in Jannah, number one, there are no grudges, no ill feelings. You might work out your problems before you get into Jannah. Number two, there is no dissatisfaction in Jannah. Okay? And you will love your spouse in Jannah, whether it's a spouse that is heavenly or a spouse that is from the people of dunya. Whoever it is, you will love that spouse. And lastly, something very beautiful the Prophet ﷺ said about spouses in Jannah. The Messenger ﷺ, he said that every time a person sees their spouse in Jannah, that they would see that their spouse is more beautiful than the last time they saw them. And you would say to your wife that you're even more beautiful than the last time I saw you. And she would say, subhanallah, and you're even more handsome than the last time I saw you. Meaning part of Jannah is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes the spouses perpetually more attractive, more beautiful, more loving, and so on and so forth. So it grows, right? Whereas in dunya, obviously, we grow older and we lose interest. But subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grows that interest, He grows that attraction so that the bond continues to get stronger and stronger and stronger in Jannah. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Hawa to Adam alayhi salam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enter us into Jannat al-Firdaus with our spouses in the companionship of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you enjoyed and benefited from this video. If you did, then please do share it. And if you'd like to follow the rest of the series, then please do click on the top box. And if you'd like to see all of the other episodes and the other videos we have to offer, then please click on the box under that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.